Tyler the Collector, and behind the camera is Jax the Collector. Say hi, Jax.
Hello.
We have the Turtles. First off, the leader, Leonardo. That's who we're going to open first. These are made from Neca. I think they came out last year. Gosh, they are just... It's like a work of art.
Can't really see with the... But
yeah, well, that's why we're going to open them, so you don't got to focus too much on getting too close. So, had a knife, because I know Neca loves to strap things in. So, let's lay him down and open him up. So you can back up. You don't have to get, like...
I'm just looking at the details.
Okay. The box is amazing itself. Watch the camera angle, buddy. You got to keep the camera straight.
I'm not a pro cameraman.
Well, and you don't need to move all the time. Just, oh my gosh. They are heavy. So, I mean, just a little quick review of the box. It is like it has a very, the first movie, the VHS case, that's the inspiration for the box for sure. Now, holy moly, look at him here.
There's extra swords, hands, even a pizza.
It is.
And the chemical
Yeah.
study that they were in.
So he looks like he comes with multiple hands, his 2 swords, and the ooze. Wow. I mean, first impressions are amazing. But like I said, Neca loves the zip tie. So look at these zip ties.
Goodness.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pause right now, and then we'll come back when I'm done unzip tying. All right. So full disclosure, I cut it. I didn't use the... I was not going to spend all day when I got 4 turtles to open. But we're going to get the big reveal and pull him out. He has some girth and some weight. Now, I did read, and on the things I saw, that they were pretty stiff at first, so you kind of had to loosen them up some. But one big selling point to me was they can stand on, they don't really have a problem standing on their own. But yeah, I knew he'd be a stiff one.
You can see even the texture, like they have veins on them.
Yeah, the detail, Jax, if you want to get close.
No, you can see from here the veins on them.
Kind of lean him back, but like the veins on his arms and like the texture is very what you would assume it feels like. It feels like a hard rubber PVC kind of, I don't even know how to describe it.
And even the texture to his elbow pads, they look so real.
Yeah, and another cool thing, this is cloth, or this is tied on the back. Let me make sure I get that
little band around his neck
before I forget about it and leave it on there. But, oh man, okay. Leo gonna wear a choker. You know what a choker is?
Yes.
That was popular when I was in school.
It's kind of like a necklace, but it's tighter.
Yes. All right, so Leo's free. His head moves. Well, what kind of it's not a lot, but I mean, honestly, you're gonna be posing, and it's a lot of like posing with the legs and the arms. If we're being honest, really digging the quality of how the knee pads feel. I mean, we mess with enough wrestler guys to know like a good quality knee pad and elbow pad, and these are some very nice ones. It has like almost like it looks like leather, but it is made of the similar plasticky material, but it seems high quality. His belt, his holster for his
sword,
his sheaths, is what are they called? Whatever it's called. If you look on the back of that, the detail is really good. But that is that's a completely different material than this and the elbow pads. Just awesome. cool expression on his face. I was told it was the expression that he has when Raphael is sitting in the tub, healing from being, beaten up by the foot soldiers. So he has that, and he's, the serious one. That's why we started with him. He's the leader. But let's set him to the side and pop out these accessories. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're doing that,
This is just a straight up rip out situation. Interesting that, I would assume a lot of people want to save, because I'm for sure saving the box, even though I have no intention of ever getting rid of these. These are definitely a cornerstone of my Turtles collection now. But I guess I'm just gonna go all out and tear this open. I know some of you are watching cringing right now. All right, first thing you can get to is one of his swords.
Look at that.
Now it's very light, very, very light. It looks like it might have some weight to it, but it's actually very light, and I assume that's just for the ease of putting it in its hand. But right now, I'm gonna put it in the back. There we go. Really cool. Let's get these hands out one by one. So many hands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hands. 6 extra hands. So 8 hands in total if you count the ones he has. So these can be swapped out for all kinds of poses. It's really weird to see what a turtle's hand looks like.
The detail on the fingernails.
Yeah, it's impressive.
It looks like they'd be in the sewer.
And they have a they're made of what the skin is, but it just feels like it's very movable rubber. Pretty cool. Now let's grab his other sword. There's the other sword. It's pretty awesome. And there comes with little goodies. Canister of ooze. Now, do you notice something? TCRI instead of TGRI.
Why is that?
In the first movie, that's what it was. They switched it for the second movie. Yeah, fun fact. And last thing he comes with, piece of pizza.
Looks so real.
Yeah, it's made of really cool rubber. This actually has weight to it. It's interesting. So,
That's what those hands are for, it looks like.
The hands for different things. He can have his pizza in his hand.
You can even see the sauce coming from the side.
So this is one thing that's really cool with Neca, is the little things that come with the figures themselves. It's not like you're just getting the figure and a couple hands. Like, I have more I'll once this is all said and done, I'll have more turtle hands than I'll ever need or ever have to deal with. But we're gonna stop it now, and I'm gonna pop out. I think we're gonna do Donnie next. All right. Same thing. We're gonna pull him out of the box, get a good look at him. Then we'll have to pause, and I'll have to cut all those things off. That initial.
I just have to say, look at the detail, even on the front of the little, photo of the.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is really nice. Really nice. Like Cousin Eddie.
Side of the box.
So.
Okay.
What Donnie looks like. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna pause and come back, pull them out. Got them all undone, and let's pull out Donnie. Okay, immediately, first things I notice is he does not have a like a hard plastic thing, it's pretty realistic that he would have something like that. Now in the movie, it's just like a little sleeve he slides his bow staff through, but that's a neat little touch to make it a little different. Same thing, let me do that with the
rubber band.
Yeah, grab that rubber band before I take the thing off this time. There's Donnie. Same, thing, very stiff, as expected.
And while we were opening, I noticed that
you noticed something really important.
They all have different skin textures or stuff like that.
A little bit different. Donnie had more dots on him.
And his shell is
His
more
front
bright.
shell compared to Leo's is a little different. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that they would do stuff like that just to make them a little...
Just give them little different
more
details.
personality for each of them. All right. Now I'm going to set him here, and I will pull out his stuff. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. He has a bunch of hands and a piece of pizza and the canister and his weapon. I'm assuming they all come with that.
So it looks like they all have the same thing. Like
his hands are different. I can tell right off the bat that his hands are different.
he has the thumbs up.
So here's his pizza. His pizza, same thing. His TCRI canister. Some of his hands.
Oh!
Don't get too close, brother, with the camera. He has a thumbs up, which is pretty cool. Now the cool thing is, like, these are interchangeable with all the turtles.
So everybody can have a thumbs up.
Pretty cool.
If you look, you can see Donnie's face is a little more serious. It actually looks like. Looks like he's a little more mad.
Well, he's calculating. All right. Got this. It's a long piece. Like the sword, it looks like it has some weight, but it has 0 weight. It's extremely light, but the size of it is perfect. That's always a concern. It's either going to be too crazy big or too crazy small, and this looks like spot on. Goes down into his hand extremely easy. So there's Donnie. Awesome. All right, we're gonna take a pause and I'll bust out my favorite, Raphael. He's cool but rude. I like that.
But Michelangelo is the party.
Exactly. And I believe Michelangelo is Jackson's favorite, and Jackson asked me to save him for last.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so same thing. Cool box.
That sounded like
a thud.
More weight than these two.
All right. Now, right off the bat, you can tell the scar on his face. A little bit. He's more Donnie in the spots.
But looks more brighter.
Yeah.
And then the darker.
But really cool. So I'm going to open him up. All right, got all that done. And now let's reveal Raphael. Okay.
Don't forget the band.
Yep, the band. So with Raphael, we noticed a little bit of, you can see the mold line here where it looked like it's a little bit of an imperfection. I don't think that's a scar. I think that's the mold line.
Yeah.
I think there's a little mold line where, you know, the cast of the head. Or it could be a scar and we're just not realizing. No, I see him on this one too. So this is the worst out of all of them on, you can kind of see the parts and pieces of it.
Like on his left hand, you can see it.
On his bicep. But overall, that's very nitpicky. I mean, we do realize it's a toy. But on this one, I like, you can see a little bit of his, he has a little bit of an expression with his teeth. And I believe the other two do not. Which is pretty cool. Now, another thing, look at his shell.
Oh, scratched up.
He lives hard.
And I think, yes, his shell looks to be a tad darker than the others.
Yeah. Trying to get him to stand without spending too much time molding. So in a shocking turn of events, there's no TCRI canister with his accessories.
There's he got instead.
He has the turtle slice of pizza. Looks like it's different. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
The coolest weapons. The size. Absolutely a cool weapon.
They're cool, but I'd have to disagree. They're probably not the coolest.
They're by far the coolest weapon.
No. I know it's a generic, but...
Did you tell me a sword is cooler? Hands and...
Well, I know it's generic, but the swords are probably
It
cooler.
looks like his hands are similar to Leonardo's.
Yeah. I can grab them.
Ooh, the pointing one.
Yes, he does have a pointed one.
That's cool. So that's all his parts and pieces. So let's get the size in his hand. Well, first I'm going to put them in,
His little holsters up front.
which is a very cool thing. Slide in, no problem. Slide in, no problem. Very cool.
If you see him from how I see him, he looks really cool.
Like he's getting ready to fight. Now let's put his size in his hand.
That doesn't look hard.
I wonder if they have a hand, how he would hold it like.
I mean,
No.
that's
You know how he would hold them,
like,
hold it like this?
no, I don't think we do got one like that. But maybe we can get lucky and find one kind of like that.
So
Mistaken
there
on
he
dumb.
is in all his glory. An interesting piece that I didn't notice on the other ones. Look,
The shell.
yeah. Oh, and we didn't do it for Donnie, and we learned it about Leo, and it kind of scared us, but when you move their legs, there's clicking. And it's literally just to hold them in place so they're not loose. It's not a broken thing or a broken mechanism.
Terrified me.
Yeah, scared the crap out of us, but pretty awesome. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna pause for the cause and open Mikey. All right, our final turtle, Jackson's favorite, Michelangelo, the party dude.
And as he would say, "What's up?"
Now, see, this movie was very different compared to all the other versions. Like, this was a very dark story. I don't know if you realize that. And you probably don't. Like,
I haven't seen the movies in forever.
okay, well, the first Turtle movies is much darker than the second Turtle, and definitely darker than the cartoon. They all kind of have a very upbeat personality. in the cartoon, but in the movie, Raph is pretty dark.
I mean, if we talk about the new movies,
No, we do not talk about the new movies. Not that I hate them. Ooh, little surprise, but so here is
what's that little surprise you're talking
pork rinds.
about? Oh, he has pork rinds.
All right, same thing as always. We're gonna cut the backs off. Okay, all of them are out. So let's pull out Michelangelo. Set this gently over here to not knock over his brothers.
Now, his shell does seem to be the brightest of them all, actually.
So first off, let's take the
Band off his neck,
yes.
or as you like to say, choker.
Okay. First impressions of him is his facial expression. Now, I want to say all their facial expressions really match the personality well. They did a really good job in getting his smile and his grin.
Party, dude.
Yeah.
Well, Raphael looks defeated and
Pissed off.
Leonardo looks like he's mourning
Mm-hmm.
his fallen brother.
Oh gosh, he is.
The stiffest of them all.
Yes.
Well, probably since he was in the box.
This leg is not stiff. Man. He is.
That's probably the leg that he had to use to stop him from spitting on his shell.
Yeah. So I gotta bend his knee to get him to stand.
I think it's because his ankle right there looks.
Yeah, so that was the one criticism I saw online when I was reading reviews, were that these were very, very stiff and required a lot of like really working them to get them loose and all that. I'll let you kind of camera look at him and I'll dig out his accessories.
There's a close-up on the veins they have. You can see his teeth and everything. You can really tell their like expressions from their eyes and how they look.
Now see, this is such a little cool thing. Pork rinds. How cool is that? Like,
Fried pork rinds.
the packaging and everything
Can I see it?
looks so real.
Even feels real.
His nunchucks.
Flavored with salt.
Very cool.
And they don't like look like
They feel like they're made of wood. They're probably not made of wood, but they feel like they're made of wood.
And they don't look very professional since they wouldn't get their hands on really very professional looking.
And you're right, he has Donnie's hands. So Donnie and Michelangelo share hands, and Raphael and Leonardo share hands. Packaging wise, I am shocked that they require you to destroy the packaging to take out the hand. I'm shocked that this isn't in an insert that can slide out and slide back in.
And I just have to say, I really wish they came with more pizza. Or
No.
like a pizza box.
Well, yeah. It would be cool. I know the little Neca Turtles, the 7-inch, they come with a ton of little knick-knack accessories.
Crazy.
All right. So his two nunchucks.
Nunchucks.
Yep.
Don't
That's
hit
them.
me. I think you can put them on the side.
So, yeah, I don't remember. I think he does just slide them in.
Right there.
I don't remember, though. There is no spot clearly for them,
But I mean,
which is fine. I'm going to put them in his hands.
since all the other turtles look like their sides are more tight, and that would make sense for him.
Yeah,
He
that's
would
true. Very
loosen
true.
it up a little so he could fit his weapons. And others look like they have it much higher.
So there's Mikey and his nunchucks. What do you think, Jax?
I think that's a good representation of them.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna take another break. I'm gonna get them all lined up. We're gonna come back and we're gonna give our final opinions and which one we like the most. All right, so we got all the turtles out, got them all posed. A little fun fact with their hands, taking them off isn't that hard, but it's that initial like, did I break anything? No, we swapped out just about every hand on all of them. The process was really easy. One thing we did learn is the ooze canister comes apart for some reason. So you
to
can
hide
something in there, I guess. But we got our little scene here. I think it's pretty hysterical. Donnie's confused by what is this canister. Mikey's happy he found the pork rinds. Raph's pretty upset that there's sausage on his pizza or olives or whatever's on there. And Leo's pointing and barking orders.
But here's proof that there is sausage on the pizza.
All right. Well, Jackson, which one's your favorite?
Oh, easy. Not Donatello. Michelangelo.
I think not my favorite turtle. My favorite.
No, I know.
Figure.
I
think Mikey is actually my least favorite figure because how stiff he is. He'll be the one I feel like is going to be the roughest. Raphael or Leo would be my favorite figure because of the details.
The reason I like Mikey so much, I mean, Raphael is close since I love how many scars he has, like on his shell and stuff. But I love like how Mikey's expression is something you'd see in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Well, that's going to wrap it up. This was our NECA 1/4 scale turtle review. I'm Tyler the Collector. That's Jax the Collector behind the camera. If you're watching this on YouTube, like it, subscribe to it. And if you're on Instagram watching this on IGTV, hey, just thanks for the like and the comment.